It's finally happened, guys. Patrick Blackman, the main man, our hot prospect, the guy I wanted to build this team around for the next 10 years, has left the building. My chairman went behind my back, accepted an offer of 4.4 million from Crystal Palace, and the rest is history. I'm absolutely gutted. We've been fending this off for quite a few years now, in fairness, so it has been coming, but yeah, devastated. Let's have 21 seconds of silence for Blackman.
12 years in that division and they're out.
Absolutely reeling, to be honest. This happened about 5 days ago when my chairman stabbed me in the back, and I've still not got over it. But we need to get on with the episode. So, welcome back to SEADOGS Can Fly. This is episode 16, season 3, and we are in the National League. But we're almost on the cusp of promotion to the Football League, which is going to be massive for the club. Today's episode's only a short one. We're going to have one livecom game against Aldershot, and there's quite a lot of positive news to look at after that very negative start. Let's begin with Blackman's replacement. His name is Paul Bell, and he comes from Curzon Ashton. He is a deep line playmaker by trade, that's his natural position, and there's quite a few areas of his game that he is far better than Blackman in. If we pull up a comparison of the two players, you can see that he's way ahead of Blackman on balance, teamwork, vision, work rate, passing. What else have we got there? The level on off the ball movement, but he's better with his composure, he's far better with his anticipation. The only real area of concern would probably be his first touch, which we can work on, and possibly his technique. Same again, we can certainly work on that. So while Blackman has far more potential, I think for the next couple of seasons, Paul Bell is probably going to be the better player. And just to rub salt into the wound, literally 2 days after that deal went through, my chairman left the club. That's right, he sold up. But the good news is our new chairman, who I don't have any information on whatsoever, has backed us to the hilltops. We've improved the stadium, we've improved the youth facilities, we've improved the training facilities, and we have even increased the stadium's capacity to 5.3 thousand. It was 4,000 before that. So massive positives there, which I'm really happy about. And he said he wants to make a difference to the fans. Always a nice thing to hear. He's not messed about too much with the transfer budget either, so seems like a decent bloke to have at the helm. He's not turned down any of my requests so far, so fingers crossed we might have a bit of a gem there. And also, guys, we've asked him to go professional, which he's agreed to. That's going to happen at the end of this season. Right, let's have a quick catch up with the schedule, guys. So we lost to Swansea in the FA Cup third round away from home. That was in the last episode. Bit gutted about that, but we put up a good fight. Coming out of that, we've actually won 3 on the bounce in the FA Trophy, putting us through to the semi-final against Hartlepool. That's going to be played very shortly, just this month. In the league, we beat Wrexham 3-2. Matthew Wardle scoring a couple from a corner. And then against Sutton United, Yaffa scored again from a corner. Now, these 2 games here made me wonder about using the new system that you saw in the last episode. It creates chances, but most of them are half chances, and a lot of goals come from set pieces. Now, while I'm okay with that, I would much rather score from open play, and I love watching my strikers get in behind, so that means I'm going to switch back to the 4-4-2. We haven't done that throughout these games here, so these highlights you're about to see in the Stockport County game are with the other system. The first goal was from a McCall overlap, Lacour finishing really nicely into the bottom corner, and that's the one thing I will miss, those overlaps from the wing back, because you don't really get it in the 4-4-2 due to using inverted wing backs. Also the fact that the attacking midfielders, like Gale just did there, get through late to score some nice goals. And the final one was a real nice cross from McCall as well. Going into the next game, and we played Notts County, drawing 0-0. Again, another one of my concerns with the system is that when our backs are up against the wall and we're struggling against a team's formation, we just don't seem to be able to break through. Having 12 shots on 6 on target is very uncharacteristic of how we generally play when we're with the 4-4-2. 2 half chances, but no clear-cut chances. So again, another catalyst for the reasoning of me wanting to switch system. We beat Solihull Moors 3-1, Bath 4-1, and then we came up against Dagenham and Redbridge and won 1-0 at home. A nice goal there from Gary Bowden. Again, something I'm going to miss with him getting in behind, but we'll see what he can do in the 4-4-2 up front. We drew against Leyton Orient and then won our next couple of games, leading us nicely into the Aldershot game. They sit 9th in the table, and in just a second we'll have a look at where Scarborough Athletic are, but in all honesty you probably know by now we've pretty much got this league wrapped up. Top of the table, we're on 97 points. Nearest team to us, Leyton Orient, on 83. So I haven't done the math yet, but we will not be far off promotion very shortly. Ryan Williams has done fantastically well to be second in the goal scoring charts alongside Fonseca on 20 goals. But bear in mind, Fonseca has not been playing of late because we've been trying to develop Williams and because I've only had the one striker up front. That's now changing. Fonseca's going to come back into the team at some point. But today, I thought it might be nice just to show you some of the new players and ones that you don't get to see play that often, because we generally show the bigger games. Soltella, who is my 17-year-old Norwegian, he's probably better up front, more suited to it, but we're trying to develop him out on the left. I've told you all this before, but just a refresher for those who are new to the channel. And then also Bell, the new deep line playmaker who you saw at the start of the video. Be interesting to see how he gets on. I'm very intrigued by his 14 passing and 15 vision. Bearing in mind that the deep line playmaker is very important to this 4-4-2 role, and this is the first time he'll have played in it. Lacourt is still absolutely rocking it in this league. 17 goals, 10 assists. He has been fantastic, despite having a little bit of an injury of late. And Loshi has come on leaps and bounds. He's not quite developed into the right back role yet, but I'm hoping he will soon. His attributes, though, on the other hand, have done exceptionally well. If we have a really quick look at his progress tab, you'll see he's had a bit of a dip there, but look at that spike and improvement. And looking at his attributes of all time, there we go. Look at that. Just all green arrows all over the place. And he's gone up 2 for a lot of key attributes. So very happy to have an all-round player at right back. Right, let's jump into the game itself, guys, and see how we get on against Aldershot. They'll be fielding at 4-5-1. Not my favourite formation, as you all know. Let's tell us to prove a point. They've all reacted very nicely to that, so we'll go with it. First time back with the 4-4-2. It's been a very long time since I played this formation. In fact, the last time, I think we played it in the Cup, didn't we? Against Norwich. That's disallowed Ryan Williams, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we played it in the Cup game against Norwich. So, Swansea, sorry. I'm talking absolute rubbish. Hurst moves the ball to Wardle. Forward. Bowden dropped deep there. Very nicely done indeed. It's not really his role, but the type of player he is, he does drop deep as one of his traits, so that'll be interesting to see how he gets on with the advanced forward role. Saltella, oh, good save by Walker. Nice play there, very nice play indeed. Corner, hanging over it is Warburton, the left back. In it comes, oh, Ryan Williams, great strike, another fantastic save from Walker. He's keeping Aldershot in the game already. Warburton works it short to Bell, the new signing. We've won another corner. Warburton again, goes deep. Ryan Williams, the target man, picks up the ball, works it inside, and I think he's won as a penalty. Yep, Loshy's going to take it. He's very good at penalty taking, although he has missed one already, so this could be 50-50. Never in doubt. Dispatched very nicely indeed. Wilco Loshy gets his 4th goal of the season. In reality, I think 3 of those have been penalties, so we'll take that stat with a pinch of salt. But a win today would move us on to a century of points. 100 points again in a top league. I mean, we've had 2 promotions now, so to be sitting in the National League on a points tally like that is really impressive. Warburton short to Bell. Bell crosses to Wardle, and it looks like we've got a goal. Yep, an own goal. Craig Tanner. Not quite sure what he was doing there other than match fixing potentially. We won't watch the replay there. Wardle, the centre-back, moves the ball forward to Bell. Bell's bringing the ball forward, the playmaker. Very nicely worked there to Lacour. It's good to see. Crossed in by the Frenchman. And wow, Gary Bowden, that's a really, really nicely worked goal. Started with Bell on the deep line playmaker role, getting the ball out wide to Lacour. That's not something we saw that often from Blackman. And Lacour cuts inside onto his favoured left foot. And Bowden, for a small guy, scores a really nice header there. My only concern with using the 4-4-2 was that Bowden has done really well in that attacking midfielder role in the previous tactic, so I'm hoping he can change and adapt to the advanced forward role. Loshy, the right back, can't do much with the ball there, but Lacour picks up the loose pass and Bowden's there again. Gary Bowden, two for the game, and that's his 5th goal of the season, so we may have legs in this system yet. It'd be nice to be able to have Williams and Bowden build some form of a partnership over the next couple of years. And based on what we've seen so far, it's certainly a possibility, but that's been disallowed from Ryan Williams. It's also really nice having two up front when you've got a big man as one as the advanced forwards. I think little and large works really well. We saw that with Fonseca getting in behind while Williams wins the flicks on and causes havoc from set pieces. Hopefully we can get the same from Gary Bowden. If you have a look at his stats, he's very quick in his acceleration, but he needs to improve that pace, and that is something I am working on at the moment. But when you consider his finishing's 15, his long shots are 13, and his technique is 14, I'm really excited about this kid. He's also got 11 for composure, 13 decisions as well. I think that could add up to one hell of a striker. We just need to tweak his game a little bit so that he becomes a proper advanced forward rather than the deep line forward he is at present. Warburton with the corner, crosses in, well out. Ryan picks up the loose pass. Nothing happening. They're on for the counter if they can find a pass. Whittingham in behind. Wilson. Nicely worked goal from Aldershot there. We committed far too many bodies forward to the attack and couldn't get back in time. Well, we've dominated this game with 14 shots, 10 on target. We've had the one clear-cut chance, but we've had 10 half chances. I'm going to rest Lacour because I don't want anyone getting injured. And I think we'll probably have Ryan Williams off and get Fonseca on. He needs to get used to playing again, seeing he's not had that many games. And then finally, we'll probably have Danny Ryan off and get Rob Gale on. Rob Gale is now probably the midfielder, I think, with the highest potential for us, based on what my coaches suggest and the way I've seen him develop since we signed him the other season. Some nice passing play there. Bell works the ball out wide. Lovely there to Soltella. I'm hoping we're going to see a lot of that going forward with Bell in the deep line playmaker role. And he wins the ball back nicely there. And a great pass to Bowden, who finishes to score his hat-trick. You couldn't ask for a better goal from the two young players. That is a really nice finish. Great play from Bell to win the ball back in the first place. Terrible reactions from Aldershot, but Bowden still had to get the movement right off the ball and finish. Loshy with the long throw and just missed by Fonseca. The keeper was struggling to get to the ball there. Free kick for Aldershot. Wilson hanging over it. Oof, wow, pick that one out. Great free kick from them. That brings it to 5-2. Well, I suppose the 4-4-2 hasn't let us down in terms of goals. It's always done well with that, hasn't it? I think we've made all our subs now. Yes, we have. I can't make any more changes, so we'll just see this game out. There's only 5 minutes remaining now. Ball forward from Aldershot. Wilson picks it up. Whittingham. Can we press them and maybe get on the counter? Good header there by Wardle, but not far enough. Cooper in behind. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, and he's offside, so it doesn't matter anyway. I have literally just picked up my calculator and done a little bit of math, and I reckon that we need 3 or 4 more wins to guarantee promotion. So we're not quite over the line yet, but I cannot see Leyton Orient nor Barnet coming back now. I really can't. Good performance there. 5-2 victory, and very, very exciting to see Gary Bowden getting his hat-trick and man of the match performance. We'll give him some praise in just a second. Also great to see Bell getting those goals from the deep line playmaker role. So quite a lot to be excited about going forwards. Not only the new chairman, but a couple of the players. We've still got lots of wonder kids like Saltella, who's improving an awful lot. And hopefully going into League 2, we can take this young team forward with us and keep developing them, and hopefully not have another Blackman situation where we're the big Premier League club come and snatch our talents. Right, boys, I'm going to leave it there for today. There's no point in dragging this out. The next one will be a season review, so we'll see if I manage to avoid choking and maybe even get through to the FA Trophy final and the Football League. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click that bell to get notified of new episodes as and when they go live. And if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. It'd be much appreciated. Over this weekend that I've been recording, I've been working very hard on an Atlanta tactic, which I've actually developed into a guide on how to create real life tactics. So if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, jump onto the Football Manager Stories website and take a look. It took me an absolute age to write it. It's going to be in 2 parts, and then there's going to be a 3rd part which will be a download for the tactic if you want to try it. Right, boys, I'm going to leave it there, and thank you very much for joining me. See you next time.